Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard. I want to talk to you today about an abhyanga and some of the latest science behind this ancient practice of daily self-massage with oil, classically a blend of sesame oil and herbs. And I was watching a lecture by this sadhu, holy man, in the north of the Himalayan mountains, at the base of the Ganges River in a small town called Gangotri. And as he was lecturing, he was giving himself his daily Ayurvedic massage. And as he was doing that, I was completely struck, distracted really, by how much affection and care and love and attention he was giving to himself as he was giving himself this massage. It was mind-boggling to me. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I realized that there's absolute science, and I've written about it, but I wasn't really struck by it until I saw this man giving himself this massage with such mindfulness and such attention. Turns out, when you give a massage and you love and you care or touch another person with love and affection, it produces a hormone called oxytocin, which is the bonding, giving, loving, caring hormone related to longevity, optimal health, better mood, better reproductive function, boosting immunity. It really is one of the hormones that we want to produce more of, but you can't make yourself produce it. It has to be an expression of your true nature, which is to be loving and kind and giving and joyful. If you do it with an egotistical need to get some return on investment, some expectation, you don't produce oxytocin, you produce other types of reward hormones, not the giving, loving, bonding hormone. So it turns out that when you actually produce oxytocin, you increase the production of good beneficial microbes in your intestinal tract, which support the health and well-being of the body in a major way. So they really think that the mechanism of this oxytocin is related to these microbes. Well, it turns out when you give one study that gave a group of people probiotics, and they noticed that the oxytocin levels increased, and the health index increased as well. So it seems to go both ways. The more good probiotics you have, the more oxytocin that you make. The more oxytocin that you make by giving, loving, caring, and bonding, the more good microbes you make in your gut that support optimal health. So how cool is that? That when you actually are giving yourself or another person a massage with love and affection, that you're actually creating an environment that supports the growth and proliferation of this good, healthy microbiome, which we now know supports the health of everything that we do. We also know that these microbes in our body thrive in a loving, kind, giving environment, and they actually disappear and contract and withdraw in a very stressful environment. So we could make the case that the 90% of the cells in our body thrive in love and kindness and joy, oxytocin-based environment, and they disappear or deteriorate in a very stressful environment. And there's really good studies to support that. So the idea of loving your own self, which is kind of an interesting concept, of giving yourself a massage with love and affection, has this whole nother benefit above and beyond the actual mechanical benefit by putting oil on your skin. Now here's some more interesting information. When you put oil on your skin, we know that the microbes, many of the microbes in your skin, feed on the sebum or the oil in your skin. So when you put oil on your skin, you're actually feeding your own microbiology on your skin, which is a very cool thing because, well, we're mostly microbes, and the microbes provide a nice protective barrier for our skin to protect. You also have in 1 square centimeter about 1,000 neurons, about a million neurons for our arm, and about 20 million neurons for our whole body. So when you give yourself an oil massage on your skin, you're actually putting oil on 20 million sensory nerves. And those sensory nerves can be aggravated. They're aggravated by stress, they're aggravated by environment, they're aggravated by travel, jet lag, circadian rhythms, they're aggravated by other toxic microbes that attach to us and feed on us, and it's sort of crazy chemicals, environmental toxins, things like that. They are all affecting the quality of our skin and therefore the quality of our microbiology and therefore the amount of oxytocin we produce and the ability for us to stay centered, loving, joyful, and kind. This sounds a little bit crazy, but there's absolutely good science to back that up. So when you give yourself an oil massage, and you do it in a loving way, we know you're going to produce more oxytocin. When you give yourself an oil massage, you're going to create a better barrier of your skin to support healthier microbes that can produce more of this oxytocin. You're going to dampen and calm, we call it your vata, your nervous system, that has about 20 million sensory nerves exposed to the environment that you're going to calm down and allow your nervous system to be still enough, de-stressed enough to reconnect with the natural cycles of nature. And the goal of Ayurveda is to help the body become more calm, to help the body become less dense. And in that lack of density stress, we become more self-aware. And as we become more self-aware, we can then actually begin to take action based on the oxytocin side of us, the love-giving, joyful, kind, bonding side of us, as opposed to needing to do things to stimulate us to deliver a reward. So in a nutshell, that very simple abhyanga, a massage of taking care to nourish yourself and your skin in a loving, kind way with oil every day, provides some pretty profound, well-documented scientific benefits. How cool is that? So I wrote an article with all the references for all this science, which is pretty cool as well, and the article associated with this video at LifeSpa.com. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at LifeSpa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.